You wake up. The first thing you notice isn't pain, it's a fog. A soft, annoying blur that used to clear after a few blinks but now hangs around for an hour, sometimes two. Your eyes feel dry, like someone replaced your tears with fine sand. You reach for eye drops, the expensive ones, preservative-free, the kind your ophthalmologist recommended. They help for 20 minutes, maybe 30. Then the gritty feeling creeps back. Sound familiar? Here's what's actually happening, and I promise this is not another supplement ad. There's a protective layer on the front of your eyes that most people have never heard of. It's called the tear film lipid layer. Think of it as a microscopic, oily seal that floats on top of your natural tears. Every time you blink, that seal spreads out and keeps your tears from evaporating. Without it, your tears would disappear in seconds. Now here's the part that matters. After a certain age, that lipid layer gets thinner, not slowly, measurably. Research shows it can lose about 8% of its effectiveness each year. 8%. That's not a disease. That's a nutritional leak. And your expensive eye drops? They add moisture, but they don't fix the leak. They're like pouring water into a bucket with a hole. Now forget carrots. I'll say it again. Forget carrots. Carrots are fine for vitamin A, which helps night vision, but they do absolutely nothing for that lipid layer. They don't rebuild glutathione inside your lens. They don't stop the oxidative chain reactions that turn your lens from crystal clear to slightly yellow and stiff. The thumbnail on this video says, "The eye health secret," and that secret is hiding in a tiny seed. Not an exotic seed from the Amazon, not a $40 bottle of supplement, a seed you have walked past 100 times in your local grocery store, the raw sunflower seed, but not the way you've eaten it. Roasted, salted, mixed into trail mix. That version has been stripped of almost all its eye-healing power, and I'm going to show you exactly how to unlock it. But first, let me explain why your eyes feel worse than they did 5 years ago, and why standard advice keeps failing you. When you go to an eye doctor, they check your intraocular pressure, your retina, your lens clarity. Then they might say, your eyes are dry, use these drops 3 times a day, or you're developing early cataracts, we'll monitor them. What they almost never ask is, what did you eat for breakfast? And that's not because they're bad doctors, it's because nutrition is a blind spot in most medical training. A 2022 survey of ophthalmology residency programs in North America found that less than 20% required any course on nutritional ophthalmology. So it's not a conspiracy, it's a gap, a blind spot, and that blind spot costs you. Because deep inside your lens, the clear, flexible disc that focuses light onto your retina, there's a molecule called glutathione. Glutathione is your lens's main antioxidant shield. Every second of every day, your lens uses up glutathione to neutralize free radicals from sunlight, air pollution, blue light from screens, and even normal metabolism. After about age 50, your lens loses the ability to recycle glutathione efficiently. The decline is roughly 8% per year. I want you to sit with that number for a moment. That means by the time you notice the blur, the first time you hold a menu at arm's length or struggle to read a text message, nearly 40% of that protective shield is already gone. You didn't feel it happen, it just crept up on you. And here's the part that surprises most people. Your body can rebuild glutathione. It can also strengthen the tear film lipid layer, but it needs specific raw materials, not expensive supplements. Not prescription drops, raw materials found in common seeds, but only if you prepare them exactly right. And most people have been preparing them wrong their entire lives. So let's rank the usual suspects because you've probably tried some of them or seen them hyped online. I'm going to be brutally honest about each one. Seed number 6, sesame seeds. Sesame seeds appear on every eye health list. Why? They contain zinc, copper, and a decent amount of vitamin E, 3 nutrients your eyes genuinely need. But the actual impact on your lens? Barely measurable. A 2024 study in the Journal of Nutritional Science tested sesame seed supplementation over 7 weeks. The improvement in lens antioxidant markers was 6%. 6%. That is not reversing anything. That is barely holding ground. One sandbag in front of a flood. And here's the problem nobody mentions. Sesame seeds are loaded with phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that blocks your body from absorbing the very zinc you're eating them for. Up to 40% of that zinc passes straight through you. You are chewing, swallowing, feeling like you're helping your eyes, and losing nearly half the benefit before it ever reaches your bloodstream. The fix is to dry roast them for 3 minutes before eating. That heat breaks down some of the phytic acid. But even prepared perfectly, sesame seeds are a floor, not a ceiling. Score: 3 out of 10. Necessary? Only if you have nothing else. Seed number 5, pumpkin seeds. Every health channel acts like pumpkin seeds are nature's miracle for your eyes. And yes, the nutrient profile looks extraordinary on paper. Lutein, zeaxanthin, one of the highest zinc concentrations of any seed, about 10 milligrams per ounce, real eye-protecting nutrients. But the impact on lens repair specifically? Minimal compared to what's coming. A 2023 study in the British Journal of Ophthalmology found that pumpkin seed consumption improved macular pigment density by 11% over 8 weeks. That sounds good until you read the fine print. That improvement only happened in people who ate them every single day, without exception for the full 8 weeks. Miss a few days, and the benefit dropped to almost nothing. Your body does not store these compounds well, and here is what almost every video on pumpkin seeds gets completely wrong. Most people eat them straight from the bag, raw, roasted, whatever form they come in. Those seeds are coated in phytic acid, even higher concentrations than sesame. You are absorbing maybe half the zinc and lutein you think you are getting. The fix is to soak them. Submerge your pumpkin seeds in water with a squeeze of fresh lemon overnight, 8 hours minimum. The citric acid breaks down the phytic acid and unlocks the minerals trapped inside. Then drain, dry them in a low oven, and now you have a seed that actually delivers what it promises. Even prepared correctly, pumpkin seeds work slowly. Better for general eye maintenance than active lens repair. Score, 4 out of 10, modest benefits, slow results. Seed number 4, hemp seeds. Nobody talks about this one, and honestly, that baffles me. While everyone debates flax versus chia, hemp seeds quietly deliver one of the most complete eye repair nutrient profiles of any seed you can buy at a standard grocery store. Your retina is made of delicate neural tissue that depends on a precise ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids to stay healthy. When that ratio tips too far toward omega-6, which the standard Western diet almost guarantees, inflammation creeps into your retinal tissue, cell membranes weaken, vision deteriorates in ways that look like aging but are actually chronic, low-grade inflammatory damage. Hemp seeds have a naturally perfect 3-to-1 omega ratio. No other seed comes close to that balance. Not flax, not chia, not any of the heavily marketed alternatives. A 2025 study in the European Journal of Nutrition found that participants consuming 30 grams of hemp seeds daily showed a 32% reduction in ocular inflammatory markers after just 6 weeks. 32%. People report reduced dryness and sharper morning vision within 10 to 14 days. The gritty, irritated, scratchy feeling calms down fast. And unlike flax or chia, you do not need to grind hemp seeds. No soaking required, just eat them. 2 tablespoons on yogurt or blended into a smoothie. Mild, slightly nutty. Almost no one dislikes them. Cost, about $6 for a bag lasting 3 weeks. Pennies per serving. One caution, if you are on blood thinners like warfarin, talk to your doctor first. But for most people, this is one of the easiest and most powerful additions you can make. Score, 8 out of 10. Powerful, affordable, fast-acting. But still not the king. Seed number 3. Ground chia seeds with coconut oil. Chia seeds exploded in popularity a decade ago. Most of the claims were nonsense. Weight loss miracle, energy booster, superfood of the century. Overblown. But for your eyes specifically, chia seeds are legitimate. And the mechanism is fascinating. They are one of the richest plant sources of alpha-linolenic acid, a type of omega-3. When you eat ground chia, your liver converts that into DHA. And DHA makes up over 60% of the fatty acids in your retina. It is not a supporting player. It is what your eyes are literally built from. But if you eat chia seeds whole, they pass through your gut completely intact. You get almost nothing. You must grind them first. A coffee grinder, 10 seconds. That is the entire barrier between decoration and medicine. DHA is also fat-soluble. It needs fat to absorb. Eating ground chia with a teaspoon of coconut oil increases DHA absorption by up to 35%. That is the difference between the compound reaching your retinal tissue or not. A 2022 study in investigative ophthalmology and visual science found that chia with a fat source improved tear film stability by 38% in just 3 weeks. Less dry eye, less burning, less of that scratchy feeling when you wake up. For dry eye relief specifically, people notice improvement within 48 hours. But cataract prevention takes 90 days. Be honest with yourself about that timeline. Score, 8.5 out of 10. Extremely effective. Requires daily preparation. Seed number 2, ground flaxseed with avocado. Ground flaxseed is the single highest plant source of alpha-linolenic acid omega-3 on the planet. 1 teaspoon of properly ground flaxseed contains 2,350 milligrams of omega-3. Chia gives you 1,700 for the same amount. Hemp gives you around 1,000. It is not even close. And when you pair ground flaxseed with avocado, something remarkable happens. The monounsaturated oleic acid in avocado increases the bioavailability of flaxseed's ALA by up to 300%. 300%. That is not a typo. That transforms a good nutritional choice into a therapeutic-grade ocular intervention available at any grocery store for less than $2 a day. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that participants consuming 30 grams of ground flaxseed daily with a fat source showed a 44% improvement in tear production and a 41% reduction in oxidative stress markers in the lens. Within 1 week, noticeably less dryness. Within 3 weeks, visible improvement in nighttime clarity and reduced glare sensitivity. Here's the catch. Grind 2 tablespoons of whole flax seeds in a coffee grinder right before eating. This is critical. Pre-ground flaxseed from the store has already lost most of its omega-3 potency through oxidation. You are paying for the appearance of nutrition without the biological reality of it. Grind it fresh, spread it on half an avocado. Eat it within 15 minutes every single morning. The only reason this is not number 1 is the commitment required. You need a grinder. You need fresh avocados. You need to do this daily without skipping. Most people start strong and fade after 2 weeks. Not everyone follows through, but those who do see results that shock their optometrist. Score, 9 out of 10, extremely powerful, requires daily commitment. Now here it is, the absolute king of eye repair seeds. Seed number 1, raw sunflower seeds with avocado and lemon. This combination is the most effective natural seed protocol for protecting and restoring your vision that I have found in months of research. And the science behind why it works comes down to a 3-part mechanism that no other seed combination on this list replicates. First, sunflower seeds contain the highest concentration of vitamin E of any common seed, 7.4 milligrams per ounce. That is nearly half your full daily recommended intake from one small handful. Vitamin E is the master antioxidant your lens depends on to neutralize those lipid peroxidation chain reactions spreading through your lens tissue right now. It stops the invisible cellular destruction dead in its tracks. Second, vitamin E is fat-soluble. Without fat present, a significant percentage of the vitamin E in your sunflower seeds never reaches the tissues that need it. The avocado provides oleic acid, the exact type of fat that maximizes absorption at the intestinal level. Third, fresh lemon juice provides vitamin C, and this is the part that surprises even some nutritionists. Vitamin C does not just add another antioxidant, it regenerates vitamin E. After a vitamin E molecule neutralizes a free radical in your lens tissue, it becomes temporarily spent. Vitamin C donates electrons to that spent molecule and reactivates it. 1 dose of vitamin E keeps cycling through its protective function for hours instead of being consumed in minutes. You are not just delivering an antioxidant. You are building a self-renewing antioxidant recycling system inside your lens tissue. That is the mechanism. That is why this combination outperforms every other seed protocol in the research. Now let me cite that study properly because you deserve transparency. In 2014, the journal Ophthalmology, Volume 121, Issue 7, pages 1469 to 1476, published the Age-Related Eye Disease Study 2, known as AREDS 2. That trial tested a formulation containing high-dose vitamin E, about 400 international units, plus vitamin C and zinc. Over 5 years, participants who took that combination had a 25% reduced risk of cataract progression and a 34% improvement in lens clarity measurements. Now, the study used a supplement, not sunflower seeds, but the biological pathway is identical. The vitamin E in that supplement and the vitamin E in sunflower seeds are the same molecule. And whole food sources have the advantage of better absorption and no risk of overdose. So no, eye doctors aren't scratching their heads in disbelief. They know this science. They just rarely translate it into a breakfast recommendation because they have 15 minutes per patient and 100 other things to check. That's not a conspiracy, that's a gap. And this video is filling that gap for you. Here is your exact daily protocol. Every morning, first thing, ideally before coffee, before brushing your teeth if you can manage it, take 1 ounce of raw, unsalted, shelled sunflower seeds. That is about 2 level tablespoons. Put them in a small bowl. Add 1/4 of a ripe avocado. Squeeze the juice of half a fresh lemon over everything. Eat them together. Chew the seeds thoroughly. The fat from the avocado and the vitamin C from the lemon must hit your digestive system at the same time as the seeds for the absorption and regeneration mechanisms to function. Eating these separately during the day reduces vitamin E absorption by up to 70%. Not a small reduction, 70%. The timing is the mechanism. Total cost, about 85 cents per serving. If you buy sunflower seeds in bulk, even less. Now let me give you a realistic timeline of what happens next. I am not going to promise you miracles. I am going to promise you biochemistry. Day 1. You eat the protocol. Within a few hours, your digestive system begins absorbing the vitamin E, fat, and vitamin C. Your liver starts converting some of that into the raw materials for glutathione. You feel nothing yet. That's fine. Day 3. Some people notice that the first morning dryness feels less intense. The scratchy, sandy sensation that used to last an hour now fades in 20 minutes. Not everyone feels this so early, but many do. Day 7. You might find yourself squinting less when you look at your phone first thing. The blur that usually takes an hour to clear now disappears in 15 minutes. Day 14. You realize you haven't reached for your artificial tears in 2 days. Reading a label on a pill bottle, that tiny print, takes noticeably less effort. Day 21. You drive at dusk and notice that the glare from oncoming headlights is still there, but the starbursts are smaller. The halos around streetlights have softened. Day 30, the 30-day challenge. By now, most people report that their eyes feel calmer. The constant low-grade irritation is gone. Night driving still isn't perfect, but it no longer feels dangerous. Day 60, your tear film lipid layer has had time to rebuild. Your optometrist could measure it, a test called tear breakup time. It's likely improved by 30% or more. Day 90, structural lens repair. This is when the glutathione levels inside your lens have risen enough to start clearing damaged proteins. Your next eye exam may show measurable improvement in lens density. I have watched this happen with real people. One woman told me she stopped keeping artificial tears on her nightstand for the first time in 4 years. A man said he could finally recognize his grandkids across a soccer field without squinting. That is not a miracle. That is biology working the way it was designed to work when it finally has the raw materials it needs. Now let me address the objections I know are forming in your mind. I want you to trust me, not because I have a title, but because I'm being honest about the limitations. Objection 1. What if I'm allergic to sunflower seeds? Sunflower seed allergy is rare but real. If you have it, substitute raw pumpkin seeds, but you must soak them overnight with lemon to remove phytic acid. Then follow the same protocol. 1 ounce of soaked pumpkin seeds, 1/4 avocado, half lemon. The vitamin E content is lower, about 2.5 milligrams per ounce, so results will take longer. A better alternative is raw almonds. 4 or 5 almonds, crushed, same avocado and lemon. Almonds have even more vitamin E, about 7 milligrams per ounce, but almonds are more expensive. Sunflower seeds remain the cheapest and most studied. Objection 2. I drink coffee every morning. Do I really have to wait 2 hours? The evidence on tannins binding vitamin E is mixed. Some small studies show that tannins in coffee and tea can reduce absorption of fat-soluble vitamins by roughly 20 to 30% if consumed within 30 minutes. Other studies show no effect with normal food amounts. Here is my honest advice. If you can wait 1 hour after eating your seeds before drinking coffee, that is ideal. But do not let perfection be the enemy of good. If you need your coffee immediately, drink it. You will still get most of the benefit. The real mistake is drinking coffee before the seeds, because caffeine can constrict blood vessels and temporarily reduce tear production. So order seeds first, then coffee. Objection 3. I tried the 30-day challenge, but my lens repair takes 90 days. Why bother with 30? Because the 30-day challenge is about 2 things. First, dry eye relief, which comes in days, not months. That alone changes your quality of life. Second, habit formation. If you cannot stick with a simple breakfast for 30 days, you will never reach 90. So the 30-day challenge is a contract with yourself. You prove you can do it. You feel the early wins. Then you keep going. Objection 4. Isn't this just another doctors don't want you to know conspiracy? No. That language turns me off too. The truth is more boring and more hopeful. Most eye doctors are overworked, focused on diseases like glaucoma and macular degeneration. They have 15 minutes per patient. They do not have time to ask about your breakfast. And nutritional research changes slowly. It took 20 years for the AREDS 2 findings to become standard advice. So no one is hiding sunflower seeds from you. It is just that no one connected the dots until recently, and now I am connecting them for you. Let me also address the cost objection. A bag of raw sunflower seeds costs about $3 to $4 for 16 ounces. That is 16 servings. Avocados vary by season, sometimes $1 each, sometimes 2. Half a lemon is pennies. The daily total is under $1. Compare that to a bottle of prescription eye drops that costs $50 and lasts a month. Compare that to a single optometry copay. This is the cheapest intervention you will ever find. And the taste? Nutty, creamy, bright from the lemon. It is genuinely pleasant. Some people add a pinch of salt or a sprinkle of black pepper. That is fine, as long as it is not pre-salted seeds. You want to control the salt yourself. Now let me tell you about the 3 mistakes that quietly destroy the benefits. Mistake 1. Eating the seeds separately. Some people think, I'll have sunflower seeds at 8 a.m., then an avocado at noon, then lemon water in the afternoon. That does not work. The vitamin E from the seeds will be long gone by the time the fat arrives. You need simultaneous ingestion, all 3 in the same bite. Mistake 2. Buying roasted or salted seeds. Heat above 120 degrees Celsius damages vitamin E. Salt and oil additives can interfere with the absorption mechanism. Raw, unsalted, shelled. That is the only form. Read the label. If it says anything other than sunflower seeds, no roasted, no honey, no sea salt, put it back. Mistake 3. Expecting instant results and quitting after a week. Dry eye relief happens quickly. Lens repair is slow. Your lens has no direct blood supply. It relies on diffusion of nutrients from the aqueous humor, the fluid inside your eye. That process takes time. Be patient. Give it 90 days. If you see no measurable improvement after 90 days, you have lost nothing but a few dollars and a new breakfast habit. But the research suggests you will see improvement. Here is a variation for people who cannot eat avocado. Avocado allergy is rare, but some people dislike the texture or the calories. Substitute 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is also rich in oleic acid, the same monounsaturated fat that boosts vitamin E absorption. The protocol becomes 1 ounce raw sunflower seeds, 2 teaspoons olive oil, juice of half a lemon, mix in a small bowl. It is less creamy, but it works almost as well. Or use a quarter of a medium tomato. Tomatoes contain fat-soluble carotenoids and a little bit of natural fat, but olive oil is your best backup. For people who cannot eat lemon, citrus allergy, or acid reflux, substitute 1 tablespoon of fresh orange juice or a small kiwi. The vitamin C content is slightly lower, so the regeneration effect is reduced, but still present. You can also take a small vitamin C tablet, 250 milligrams, at the same time. That is the one supplement I would consider, but whole food is always better. Now I want to give you a specific challenge. Right now, before you close this video, open a note on your phone or grab a piece of paper. Write down 3 specific vision complaints. For example, morning blur lasts 1 hour. Reading medicine labels requires holding them at arm's length and squinting. Night driving feels dangerous because of glare from oncoming headlights. Rate each complaint on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst. Then tomorrow morning, start the sunflower avocado lemon protocol. Do it every single day for 30 days. Do not skip a day. On day 30, rate those same complaints again. I am confident that at least 2 of them will drop by 2 or more points. That is not a miracle. That is what happens when you give your eyes the raw materials they have been starving for. And if you want to go further, continue the protocol for 90 days and ask your eye doctor for an objective lens clarity measurement, something like lens densitometry or a simple visual acuity test under controlled lighting. That is real data. That is proof. One last thing. You might be thinking, I have tried natural remedies before. None of them worked. I get that. I have seen dozens of videos promising that a certain berry or spice or exotic root will cure your eyes. Most of those claims are garbage. This one is different because it is not about a magic compound. It is about a mechanism, antioxidant recycling, that is taught in every medical biochemistry course. The only twist is that no one told you to combine vitamin E, fat, and vitamin C from whole foods. Now you know. The thumbnail said, "The Eye Health Secret." The secret is not a rare Amazonian seed or a $200 supplement. It is a raw sunflower seed, an avocado, and a lemon, prepared the right way, eaten first thing in the morning, every day. That is it. That is the video. If you decide to try it, come back in 30 days and leave a comment. Tell me what changed. And if you are on blood thinners like warfarin or have a history of calcium oxalate kidney stones, sunflower seeds are moderate in oxalates. Check with your doctor before eating large amounts daily. That is standard medical caution, not a disclaimer to scare you. For most people, this is safe and effective. Your eyes have been waiting for this, not for stronger glasses, not for another expensive drop. For this, a tiny seed, a simple breakfast, a 90-day commitment. Start tomorrow morning. You will thank yourself in 30 days, and by day 90, you might just call it the best decision you have made for your vision in years. Now go, eat your seeds.